The Battle of Mulroy, also known as Blàr and Mhaoil Ruaidh in Scottish Gaelic, was a Scottish clan battle fought in August 1688 in the Lochaber district of Scotland. The battle was fought between the Clan Mackintosh, who were supported by government troops under Kenneth Mackenzie of Suddie, and the Clan MacDonald of Keppoch, who were supported by the Clan Cameron, and other allies, over disputed lands in the Braes of Lochaber. The dispute between the two clans had lasted for 300 years, and the battle marked the end of this long-standing feud. The origins of the feud can be traced back to the 15th century when the chief of Clan Mackintosh had been granted a charter for the lands of Glenroy and Glen Spean. However, the Clan MacDonald of Keppoch had refused to give up possession and had declined to recognise Mackintosh's title. Despite several attempts that had been made with or without the authority of the law to eject them, the MacDonalds had been able to hold on to the Brae of Lochaber. In September 1667, a marauding party of MacDonalds had invaded Glen Esk and stolen cattle from Lindsay of Edzell, whose daughter Mackintosh had recently married. In 1672, Mackintosh had unsuccessfully sued for a commission to eject the MacDonalds of Keppoch from the Brae of Lochaber. In 1678–79, Mackintosh made preparations to invade the Brae of Lochaber and take the law into his own hands, but was obstructed by the Earl of Moray and the Earl of Huntly. In 1681, Mackintosh finally received a commission against MacDonald of Keppoch, but with no satisfactory result. The tensions between the two clans reached a boiling point in 1688, when the Privy Council renewed to Mackintosh the commission he had originally received in 1681. The chief of Clan Mackintosh, having received a commission of fire and sword, was determined to invade the lands of the Clan MacDonald of Keppoch and eject them for not paying rents that Mackintosh claimed from them as the superior of their lands. Ewan Cameron of Lochiel attempted to arrange matters between them, but failed and proceeded immediately to Edinburgh. While he was away, the MacMartin Camerons, a sept of his clan, who were closely related to the MacDonalds of Keppoch through frequent intermarriages, finding that Lochiel had left home without leaving them any instruction as to what to do, offered their services to MacDonald of Keppoch. The battle took place on the 4th of August 1688 at Mhaoil Ruaidh near Spean Bridge. The MacDonalds of Keppoch raised around 700 fighters, which included backup from the Camerons of Lochiel and the MacMartins of Letterfinlay. Leading the clan was Col MacDonald, who had been studying at St Andrews University when he succeeded his father as chieftain 6 years earlier. Meanwhile, the Mackintoshes gathered around 1,000 men for the battle. This included fighters from its Clan Chattan allies and up to 500 government soldiers, from the independent Highland companies that were brought down from Inverness. The battle was fought on a height by the name of Mulroy, near the village of Roybridge, in the Braes of Lochaber. The MacDonalds, who were positioned on the high ground, executed a classic Highland charge down the slope towards the Mackintoshes. While some accounts describe the MacDonalds discharging one volley before charging forward to meet their foes with drawn swords and Lochaber axes, another quite detailed account describes a firefight lasting for up to an hour. The fighting resulted in many casualties, including Captain Mackenzie of Suddie and several leading members of Clan Chattan, before the Mackintoshes were routed. The regular troops of Mackenzie's force returned to their garrison at Inverness, carrying with them some of the wounded. The MacDonalds captured Lachlan Mackintosh and his family, along with his possessions and supplies that had been moved to the old fort near Keppoch House. Mackintosh was forced into a written agreement regarding the tenancy of the MacDonald lands, with the prisoners hastily released as soldiers prepared for their rescue. The Battle of Mulroy marked the end of the long-standing feud between the Mackintoshes and the MacDonalds of Keppoch, and it is considered to be the last major inter-clan battle in Scotland. It was also significant in that it marked a change in the political climate of the Highlands. Shortly after the battle, the political climate was transformed by the so-called Glorious Revolution, and the nature of clan life and warfare in the Highlands was transformed along with it. The Battle of Mulroy is also notable for its use of the Lochaber axe, a traditional weapon of the Scottish Highlands. The Lochaber axe was a versatile weapon that could be used for both cutting and thrusting, and it was particularly feared by the enemy in battle. The battle is also remembered for its classic downhill Highland charge, which was a common tactic used by Highland clans in battle. It is also worth mentioning that although the Battle of Mulroy is widely described as Scotland's last inter-clan battle, some historians argue that the involvement of government forces means that the last true battle was the Battle of Altimarlach, fought in 1680 between the Campbells and Sinclairs.